One Punch Man live read. So I actually got this nice little fleece blanket right here, super duper lit. And a while ago, I went to go see One Piece Film Red, super duper lit. Sorry, shouts out to OP right there. One Punch Man, One Piece out there. So yeah, so the anti disasters measure. So I went ahead and I chopped this up. I chopped this up right here. And while I chop this up right here, I ended up just basically deciding either I'm gonna put this in a nice little frame, some type of like little, I don't know, it's just gonna look nice. I mean, like I could hang it up. You're probably thinking, okay, so where did you get this off of? Oh, don't tell us. You got this off the packaging of it. Yeah, I did. So this is actually a $26 blanket. Now they didn't have a Sailor Moon. They didn't have a Sailor Moon. I was actually gonna get a Sailor Moon, and eventually I'll get a Sailor Moon. But I kind of feel like personally I got this blanket to basically I look as if I'm in the manga, but y'all already know that y'all know how I cap up in there. So yeah, and then I'm probably gonna take this and chop that off as well if I'm able to chop it off as well correctly. So that's why I was using this. And of course, we got our utensils, our exacto knives, our razors and stuff like that. But look, Ace, Ace Hardware. I actually picked this up because it says Ace on there in terms of One Piece. But outside of that, y'all, let's just hop right into this nice little live read because it is a live read. And you're probably thinking, so why is it titled Seahorse? Well, it's entitled Seahorse because of hopefully I can go snorkeling and swim with the seahorses out there and get some pictures with the underwater camera off of you guys liking my videos and enjoying my videos and enjoying the content that I'm actually making for you guys in such a way. But yeah, basically guys, hopefully you guys like the stuff up in here. Hopefully you guys like the stuff that I'm actually delivering you guys out there. And outside of that, I guess let's just hop right into this. So right now you guys are just gonna stare at um my nice little anti-disaster measures. And this is the way I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it this way. So I'm gonna actually go under it real quick, all warm like, and I'm gonna take this and I'll put this right here in front of me, like that. Showcase that real quick. Kind of like a mini manga culture, you know. I mean, like other companies can go ahead and they can develop a system and a structure of kind of some type of like show and tell for their fans out there for what's to come, for what new merchandise is about to drop. And so yeah, so if I back up a little, yep, I got you. G. So so yeah, this looks super duper nice, overly lit. So let's hop right into this. So oh, where's the cellular device? Oh yeah, so I can't actually read on my laptop because for some reason my laptop setup is kind of a little bit janky. Shouts out y'all out there. And when I said see a seahorse go snorkeling with you guys like my videos, that's cute. And but yeah, um, yeah, and yeah. So let's hop right into this. So we're gonna go over to the Viz Media app. If you guys don't have that app, go ahead and download that for yourself too. It's not really a read along because I'm not gonna be here read along. Of course, I could if there is some new characters, then I probably can voice act those characters. But currently, I don't think there's going to be any other new characters other than the characters that we currently see. Well, let me not say that because I mean, like coming out, it's a manga. We're always getting new characters. So, yeah. So this actually came out. This came out a while ago. It actually came out on the 9th of August in the month of Apple Orange, Orange. So let's just go ahead and look right through this. So, yeah, yeah, I kind of, I encountered someone, and you know, I used to tell people like, "Hey, bro, you're kind of clingy," and I actually knew this kid. He was very clingy. Mm, 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 mm. Ruffles. You guys have some ruffles? Some ruffles? No, guys never had ruffles. But yeah, I don't know. I won't know. I mhm. And hide this place while my cells replicate. So sorry, guys. So I have dyslexia, and my dyslexia is my dyslexia kind of prevents me from sounding out words in such a way, like blending the letters together. I mean, like I could be reading something. I could be reading like some. I could actually be watching anime and subbed, and for some weird reason, I could be watching anime and subbed, and for some weird reason, give me a second, guys. I generally do this, so I open up the Bible and I apply it to my life real quick. So let's see. The transgressions of wicked said within my heart that there is no fear in God before God. So yeah, that was actually a nice one. That was actually a nice little reading. Sorry, I tend to have to do that because I mean like I've been doing this whole thing where I'm reading like the book of Matthew like once a day. Well, I actually yeah, read a chapter a day. And I'm actually low key behind, but I feel like I'm getting my same type of energy flowing, my same type of dopamine, the same type of dopamine released into my brain when I'm reading my Bible, or if I'm just reading my Bible, that same amount of dopamine is going to be released. But not really, not really. I feel like there's a stronger development of dopamine released in my brain when when I happen to be reading my Bible on a set course of development, meaning releasing an extra dose of dopamine. But I mean, like, hey, Ninja Turtles was always that large kick of dopamine in my brain, and hey, Super Duper Lit, such a magnificent vibe. And holy Taurus, please. He was expecting my answers. But yeah, let's hop right into this. So, and the reason why I say it's nice to try to do like a voice actor for when you are out there and you're voice acting. It's cool to do that if you are I mean like if you're online and you're reading, it's nice to get your nice little voice acting out there for, the people out there that potentially might want to use you for a voice. The only thing they need to do is just contact you. They could book you. They could book you they could book you, and I mean like either you do it at home on a software or something like that, or you go ahead and they're able to fly you out and pay you, fly you out, put you in a hotel room or something like that. You do the voice acting, send you an Uber or rent a car, and they're probably gonna send you an Uber or something like that, and have you there or something like that. Wouldn't know, and mm, depending on what it is. Okay, so this is actually called Seahorse. I mean, like foreshadowing in such a way. Um, Seeing a horse. You want to be able to ride a horse. I've never ridden a horse. I've ridden a camel and a elephant, but never a horse. And yeah, what's my feeling? I'll put you in the doll. I'll put you in a doll house outside. I said, awesome. That'll be my bias. That'll be my base. The dog's name is Poochie. Poochie, huh? And I'll take care of him. So yeah, so currently I'm actually just thinking about the fact that I'm reading right now. I'm going to be probably reading some panels out loud, but outside of that, I don't really want to spoil. So and actually, we're going to have a conversation about that spoilation for how I like to spoil in such a way. Say the whole line of this video contains spoilers about the One Punch Man anime or manga. Yeah, so if you do not want to spoil for you, go ahead and click away from the video. That's been like my my go-to to say. I mean, like this video contains spoilers for Sailor Moon. So if you don't want to for the Sailor Moon manga and anime, so if you don't want to spoil for you, go ahead and click away from the video. There's like the taglines out there. Um, so yeah, does my building allow pets? And currently, you see a one-eyed monster that looks like Saga's dangle. Girl. It's more like a New Year's moochie. Good. Yeah. Nope. Maybe they got a waste. Maybe they got wasted around here with tornadoes, and yeah, maybe. Oh, there it is. Oh no. No, good. Yeah, it's a huge version. Someplace I can live without here. Well, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, everyone. Today is going to be introduction and the features of the Hero Association and the new residents. I wonder why they send us. Oh, what's the meaning of this gathering? This fact was built to hold thousand. Association members the association members will never fill it. Okay, so yeah, so guys, so King for me is like, okay, King doesn't have powers, and I know the Gik and the Gak, the Gak, a King out there has to deal with the fact that, I mean, like, he doesn't have powers, but I mean, like, are they going to put him through martial arts training in such a way? But I mean, like, is he even going to be able to be good in terms of martial arts training? And I mean, like, here, so for me, when I take out my samurai sword and I'm training to be able to put it back in there, all smooth, like, all artistry like, in such a way, I find myself slowing down in terms of a brain hesitant. But I mean, like, that goes probably according with like my dyslexia or something like that. So maybe my brain is different, synapses is a little bit off. So King's probably able to. I mean, like, he's good at video games. So since he's good at video games, uh, he's good at video games. So I mean, like, that should do something for his brain. But outside of that, mm, 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 so I'm thinking maybe King, and Seahorse is just probably going to be like my title for like foreshadowing in such a way. Um, in such a way, I mean, like, Seahorse, they want to see a horse. They like horse, they like big things, like big horses. Donkeys, stuff like that, ponies, things they can ride. And if you don't have something they can ride, they don't want to be near you. That sounds provocative. It is a little bit provocative, but outside of that, we're talking about seahorses out there. And what about seamen? What about fishmen? Seamen and fishmen, they're nice. I mean, like, Atlantis is cute, but outside of that, we're not really discussing that. It's a whole conversation out there. Like, let me see your panties. I just want to see your panties. Why do you want to see my panties? I don't know. It's a joke. So maybe that's kind of sexual harassment. Yeah, well, seahorse. I don't know. Oh, let me see this real quick. Let me see this. Sorry, we're in a different conversation. Hello? Yeah, I got you. Yep. Wait, you're on your way back? Oh, sorry, that's my boss. Sorry, my boss is on the line. Give me a second. Give me your boss. My boss. Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's my boss. And my boss is kind of like, hey, look at that. That looks dope. That looks dope. Oh well. So yeah. So that was my boss, and sorry, it's kind of like my boss, and that's my boss, and it's a magnificent boss in such a way. But yeah, no, like I said, predictions about the One Punch Man anime, well, manga in such a way. Potentially, I guess, I mean, like, we could throw some product placement in there for Japan. Shouts out Japan. My PlayStation 5 broke. It broke a while ago. So yeah, it broke a while ago. The controller broke. I spilled some stuff on it, so there's just kind of props. Don't break your stuff. So I mean, like, it's nice out there. Christmas holiday season. Get your kids those nice blankets, because if you're going there to get your kid a hat, that hat is $26. Don't purchase that hat. That hat's too much. No offense for the people that don't have it. I just personally feel like I wouldn't purchase a hat for my for my babies out there, for my students in my dojo. But I mean, like, if they want the hat for $26, then I'm gonna purchase the hat for them for $26. I mean, like, come on. So many of them have played the fonts and smelling space or luxury property. I'm actually longing for King to have some type of, like, overly, like, amped power, but I mean, like, hey, the gag of the joke, the kiki, the ka the kakarato of the of One Punch Man at the moment is the fact that King is being praised for being the dopest development, when it's actually was Saitama the whole time. And yeah, so that's been popping off for quite some time as a master shelter like no other. Lately there has been much rich people who will pay any amount to ensure their safety. Truly, truly, truly. And here, let's go ahead and toast to some sake real quick. Have some good sake. Some good sake. Yeah. So yeah, Seahorse development, and they're America to the wealthy as a massive shelter like no other. And yeah, that's super nice. Yeah, the recent monster incidents were no joke, and the threat level demon monsters are approaching each month. However, when it comes to the Hero Association, monsters are no threat. Clearly. I mean, like it says, anti-disaster measures Hero Association. So it's anti-disaster measures. It doesn't mean that we're in here fighting. Let's move this out the way. Shouts out the PlayStation system out there. It doesn't mean that we're in here combating against just villains. It just strictly means that we're preventing disasters. That's what it is. But there's punching and kicking in there. They say there's punching and kicking in there, but I mean, like, it's not violence. It's not intended to harm and to hurt. So yeah, King having powers, meaning that hopefully he encounters someone to the point where, I mean, like, if he goes to Genos, hopefully Genos can have some type of machine to the point where every fighting video game he's played, he's mimicked that for. I mean, like, it's burned into his brain in such a way. So if you have access to that, then King's gonna activate all those moves in such a way to the point where he's gonna shift and move his body to the point where he's going to be able to do certain moves. But then again, it's kind of like some type of mind control or something. Mm, 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 So yeah, guys. So technically, this is funny right now. This is funny because it's like they don't really care about the lessers. They care about the higher ups. Sanjay, huh? Much better than a dollar. Hmm. Huh, kind of weird. So yeah, that's kind of what we go through. Where's Yep. Okay. So guys, I read something in the Bible, and it basically stated, I mean, like, regardless of what the next person does, I mean, like, if you were to destroy civilization in such a way, if there was some type of disaster development to the point where civilization got destroyed, meaning a meteor could show up, and a small meteor could show up, destroy something, but that small destruction could be catastrophic for civilization. Mm, 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 mm. Um, guys, certain people, oh, excuse me, certain people might be out there trying to work out some type of algorithm to the point where they create that themselves, and that's kind of the anti-master and anti-measure developments out there, and that's what pops off. So, I mean, like, hey, people are out there working. They're out there working overtime in order to destroy civilization to the point where they're able to roam around the planet as much as they want to. And hey, you know, mm, 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 mm. System. Oh, so guys, so technically, guys, currently, 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 guys, you know, Metal Knight might, he might be able to, figure out the data that had occurred with Genos and, of course, the battle, and that's kind of what it is. That's why we're in the Seahorse Saga. We're deep underwater, and we're seeing seahorses. We're seeing marine life. You know, it's that thing that you never thought you would see, like a seahorse. I mean, like it looks like a horse, but is it a horse? It's not a horse. It's a seahorse, and that's kind of currently where we are. So yeah, guys. So technically, I'm over here, and the argument is like, you never thought you would see a seahorse. A seahorse is actually not a seahorse. We just call it a seahorse because it looks like a seahorse. I mean, like, we could call it something different. I mean, like, what's the scientific term for seahorse? What's the scientific term for seahorse? Seahorse. And that's what it is. And hippocampus. Hippocampus comes from the ancient Greek hippocampos itself, and hippopotamus meaning horse. And basically, for me, guys, technically, I just announced that I'm one of the superheroes from the one of the heroes from the anti-disaster. So it's kind of like you're watching like a TV show in such a way. And currently, I'm reading this, kind of reading some files. We're going to call them some files. And or we could probably set this in the future in terms of that we're reading the future or we're reading the past. Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a chocolate. Let me show you something. Recommend steps necessary. Activation to system levels. But I ain't touching nothing. Maybe you're no good with the machine. And you know, guys, but like I said, Metal Knight potentially might find out that Genos did 4, 5, and 6, or here, no, that Saitama is so strong that he punched so hard that he was able to jump back to the past in such a way. And that's kind of what this is. It's basically just stating that My Hero Academia, my live reads will never actually be the same ever again, due to the fact that, I mean, like, I just got this blanket, and this blanket makes me feel like that I'm in the manga. So we're kind of gonna communicate and discuss things as if we're in the manga. You know, as if we're heroes in such a way, Shadowloo type vibes. You know, trying to prevent Shadowloo. So technically, in the future, in terms of like my live reads, you know, my family's probably thinking, why do you make live reads? Well, I like going live so that way I don't gotta edit. I'm kind of lazy. And since I'm kind of lazy, that's just the vibes that I'm at. So other than that, I guess we just got to see some action and stuff like that. But outside of that, I'm actually gonna in this video, I kind of want to go talk to somebody very special to me. So later, and shouts out to you guys out there, and peace out.